my goodness. So this holiday is interesting because as a kid, I dressed up all the time. The Simpson household was a favorite house on the block to go to because my dad really got into Halloween. He would give out like handfuls of candy. He went to Sam's Club. He got all the best candy. So we had the best candy on the block, right? But as I got older, I kind of got away from dressing up and I really didn't get into it. But this year, I was obviously celebrating Boo 2. And I was like, I want to dress up. I want to do something, but it needed to like mean something to me more so than just, I want to be a sexy costume girl or something. So I decided I wanted to be either Nubia or Vixen. Now, let me tell you about them. Nubia and Vixen are a part of the DC that. The second one was Vixen. Vixen is so powerful. Like, oh my God. You guys have to look these Wonder Women up, these superheroes up. They are, you guys have to look up. Okay. You guys have to look up these superheroes. Wonder Woman, Nubia, and Vixen, DC Comics Justice League. So that's who I wanted to be, right? So I'm like, if I do anything that's...
One of Lake Charles's own is hitting the big screen. Taja v. Simpson is starring alongside one of Hollywood's most notable stars in a Halloween comedy. KPLC's Paris Jones has more in this exclusive interview.
That's right. Taja v. Simpson made her way from Lake Charles to the red carpet, now working with moguls like Tyler Perry. I sat down with Simpson to learn a bit about her long journey to the big screen.
I'm from the boot and I'm proud.
Taja v. Simpson is your typical Southern belle, born and raised in Lake Charles, but now she's taking on the bright lights of Hollywood.
But go from LA to LA, it's a completely different world. Where I live in Los Angeles, it's a super fast pace. Everything here is much more slower, but such great people are here. People are nice and hospitable and warm and charming. When I'm in LA, especially when I first moved, people would always ask, where are you from? Where are you from? I'm like, why? Oh, because you spoke. Oh, we don't speak here. Okay, got it. So it's definitely a difference, but I love the city. I love the weather. I just love being there, and because of what I do, that's where I have to be, so it fits.
But everyone who's walked the red carpet got their start from somewhere. And for Taja, it started with an education at Brentwood Elementary, then Oak Park Middle, and graduating from LaGrange High, before eventually receiving her degree from McNeese in mass communication.
And I did really well there, and I got some awards and things like that, and I was like, oh, let me go to LA, like I'm ready. Go to LA, within the first 6 months, I get an agent. I'm like, oh, things are going great. And then everything just kind of stopped, because now I'm like a tap hole in a city of an ocean, like, sea of ocean, you know what I mean? There's so many people trying to do what I do, so it takes a lot of perseverance, a lot of hard work, and a lot of determination to keep going. I've been in LA 14 years, and this is like my big break, as people will call it.
Her big break, starring alongside Tyler Perry in Boo 2, a Madea Halloween.
His stature is pretty big, number one, just aesthetically, because he's 6'6". So when you meet him, you're like, oh, hi, I didn't realize you were that tall. But then also his status and what he does. Tyler Perry has broken down so many barriers in this industry that many people did not think or even dreamed of to be broken. And I have been a fan of his since he was doing the stage plays.
But this wasn't her first time involved in Tyler Perry productions. Simpson said she auditioned for Perry 7 other times before finally getting this role.
It takes a lot of belief in yourself because you have a lot of rejection doing this. I would go into rooms being like, man, I don't understand why they keep calling me back in, why I'm not getting the job. It's like interviewing for the same job over and over and over again, and you're not getting it. Someone else is getting it over you. But I had to still continue to do my best and just give my all, because at the end of the day, the moment that was for me came. And so now it's this movie.
A movie that was #1 in the world in its first weekend at the box office, raking in over $25 million so far.
The moment you sit in a movie theater and you see yourself on a big screen next to Tyler Perry, it's surreal. It's like you've made it, Right. So Tyler Perry is unstoppable, and I'm just really happy to be a part of the Tyler Perry family.
So what's next for Taja?
So coming up this April in 2018, I'm going to be the keynote speaker for the Junior Women's Conference right here in Southwest Louisiana in Lake Charles. And I am super excited because it's all about my platform. My platform is about empowering women, young girls, to be all you can be in a sense. Really believe in yourself and trust in who you are. My platform motto is speak life over your life. So make sure that you can speak positively over yourself versus the negative things that you may talk about yourself. As women, sometimes we degrade ourselves and how we look and how our shape or our face or our lips or whatever it is. But whatever we believe that we want to have in ourselves, we can have. I believe that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you speak life over your life, you will have more abundance. And if you speak death, you will have lack thereof. So I'm really excited that the ladies asked me to come and be their keynote speaker, and so I want to share my experiences of growing up here. As much as I loved it, I grew up in a different time. I was discriminated against for being dark skinned, and they called me ugly and all these, ugly names. But you have to channel that with a positive way. So I was taught to give positive feedback. So if somebody called you black and ugly, say I'm black but beautiful. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then when I remember Spike Lee's movie came out, I was a jigaboo, and then all these different things. And words have power, and words can hurt you. So now that I've learned, it took me 30 years to look in the mirror and say, man, I love who I am now. But if I can then take my experiences and port that into some other young women and say, don't take as long as I did. This is the tools that you need. That's another way that I want to help and give back with that as well. So the Junior Women's Conference, I'll be back in April.
And where is that, in the Civic Center?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What is your favorite Tyler Perry movie? I think mine
I would say,
is The Family That Prays.
That one.
I love that movie for some reason.
I like a lot of them, but I'm gonna say When Medea Goes to Jail. If I think of like a Medea movie, but if I think of like just a regular one when he's not that, then I would say Daddy's Little Girls.
Yeah, that's really
with Idris Elba. Yeah, that was good with Gabrielle Union. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming here and doing this.
Hallows. Now, interesting about the Los Hallows is that it's locally owned. It's the largest outdoor Halloween attraction in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and it's like a Halloween trail ride kind of thing, right? So they put you on this trail, they drive you over to this Halloween haunted attraction, and it is really scary. I was like, so it's one thing to go to the things that we do in Universal, they have the Halloween Horror Nights and things like that, but